guys, how are y'all doing? I hope you had a really blessed Christmas and that it was eventful and peaceful and none of your relatives got on your nerves. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. We are about to do a garden walkthrough. We're going to get into some news you can use and all the things. So let's get to it. So guys, there's a lot that's happening in the news, but there's a lot happening that I need to get done here. So I'm gonna give you a quick of what's happening in the news, and then we're gonna get into showing you what I'm growing, what I forgot about, and what I need to actually do. Okay, so first in the news that's happening, there was an airplane that crashed. 38 people lost their lives. And now, well, first they thought that this was a bird that flew into the engine. You know what I'm saying. But now Reuters is reporting that this was possibly, well, they didn't say possibly, but I'm going to say possibly because I'm going to say allegedly. Allegedly, they are blaming Russia for taking down this airline. So Russia's on the rise when it comes to attacks, whether it be abroad or here in the United States. So definitely stay aware of that. Next, what's happening in the news is the silent COVID. Okay, COVID is on the rise, and a lot of people are going to know because your symptoms are going to probably be mild, but the levels are going up according to CDC. So be careful there as well. And stores are still closing. I was unaware until I went to South Carolina for Christmas that, hey, Big Lots there, the one that I used to go to, is actually closing. So I wish I was there to take advantage of those sales. If you are near a Big Lots, wherever you are that's closing, because a lot of them are, or any of these stores that are closing, definitely if you have the funds, take advantage of that. So y'all, let me show you what I am growing. So I'm having a dilemma. I painted my kitchen cabinets. They were brown. I painted them white to see if I would like white cabinets when we get other cabinets. And now I'm like, I don't know if I want them to be white. What would they look like if they were black? So I'm thinking about painting the old kitchen cabinets I have black just to see what they would look like if I would want black cabinets or not. I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to stay busy. I'm about to show y'all what's growing in my sunroom, and then we're going to head outside. And I'm enjoying my Stanley Cup, y'all. I love it. So let me show you out here in the sunroom, okay? Okay, so out here in the sunroom, I typically keep these closed, and I just use the sun from up top. And so my husband was sitting in the chair here, and he was like, you're not paying attention to the fact that you are growing pineapples because you have an actual pineapple. Y'all, tell me why I didn't even realize my pineapple was growing. That lets me know I'm doing way too many news stories and not enough growing. And we need to be growing. So you're going to see me over here getting my seeds started. I think I'm going to drop some onion seeds this weekend. And we're going to tackle that garden out there, as much of it as I can this weekend. And then me and my husband have to clean out the rabbit area. So yeah, this one hasn't started growing or anything, but look at this one. I mean, I have a pineapple, and you can tell it don't have enough water. So when he told me, I definitely watered it, but it's still not as moist. So I'm gonna, because this even soaked up the water that was in here. So I'm about to fill it with more water. I'm excited about that. Now over here, I brought this back in here because I plan to put my seeds that I'm going to start in here. I have my survival seed, well, my farmer seeds, survival seeds here, and I have more seeds as well. So you can see I started doing the potatoes and just left them. And now look at them. They still have some green in them, so that means it's still good. I just need to, look at the roots. I'm horrible. A woman ain't got no business not tending to her garden and how it is growing. Y'all get busy 2025. I gotta do better, y'all. 2025, I'm definitely going to do better. My garden just went to crap because I was, going back and forth from Columbia to here because my dad was sick and he passed. So all of my supplies is kind of just thrown over here, but I have more seeds in here. I have my books where I need to maybe order some more seeds. I have cups here to start in. And this container, this black container here, I think this is peat moss, yeah. Peat moss that I like to mix in with my starter mix. This is the soil for starting my seeds. So, of course, I'm going to get it wet and stuff like that. And then I don't like using these little tiny cell things right here, so I don't use those anymore because it's hard to get it out. But definitely I'm going to get started back with getting my garden together. I'm about to get this kitchen cleaned up for sure. You probably see that on my other channel. So it's supposed to rain this weekend. So I need to get something done out here. Like I said, my husband and I, at least I hope he helps me get the rabbit trays emptied out and fresh. Get the poop out, and that we'll just put directly in the garden beds, or either I'll just put into my compost area. So I'm going to show you my compost area also, and I'm going to shovel out some of, let me flip you around.
He asked what could he do for me. I told him that my love is free. What can you match me?
So this is my coop right here. I have 7 chickens. I started with 8. One passed shortly after I put them out here. I don't know if something was able to reach its hand into the egg laying box, because that's where the chicken was at when I found it, or if the chicken might have been sick. And other chickens, they know when a chicken's not well and they will get rid of it. So in here, I gotta feed them now, but in here, all of that shavings here, I'm gonna put that in the compost area, because the compost for the chicken I can't use right away, but the compost for the rabbits I can. Chicken manure is a hot manure, and it'll burn anything you put in, any plants or whatever you put into, the area with the chicken manure. But you can use the rabbit manure, because the rabbit manure is a cold manure. So girls, I'll be right back. Let me show them the composting area. So this is the horrific garden that I have right here that kind of went to. And I've done nothing since the last time you saw me out here, so I can't hide that. For the collard greens that was growing, that I peeled off and gave to the chickens, because this will probably put back out. Look at how thick this stalk is right here, you guys. And then look at this. I have to add more soil to this area, but I still got to do some weeding here. I'm thinking my husband's going to build it up just a little bit, and we're going to add some soil to it, because it's so hard to grow in the soil that's here. So he may come in and put a board or whatever here, like the boards are right back there. That way we can just put soil on top and just grow from that, and then it can do what it needs to do. Or either I could just do my bucket. I think I might just do my bucket garden here. That way, my container garden. That way y'all can see that you can grow not just in the ground. You can grow in containers, because that's how I started. I was growing in buckets and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll probably fill half of this area with the buckets, and then the other half be like vining vegetables and fruit, watermelon, sweet potatoes, stuff like that vines a lot. So as you can see, my rabbit manure, I didn't take any from it. It is composted down. Chicken manure takes a little while to break down. I have them all. Let me back out so you can see the space. So my husband built this right here. We were going to put a divider. We decided we'll just do one side rabbit, one side chicken, and it'll divide itself. And it's been working out just fine. So this area here is our shed. Well, my shed. I was going to turn it into like a work office area, but then I changed my mind. Like I was going to close it in, put insulation in, and then put a wall, drywall up and stuff. I changed my mind. So I have my bins over here for my chicken food, rabbit food, pool supplies up there. Just a table to work off of if I need to. Hay over here in both of these bins, which will get me through the winter. I don't need any more hay. Gardening items over here. I prefer growing in starting seeds like in these little, these are a lot bigger than the ones I just showed you. So I'm probably going to take these in when I'm done out here. Because I told y'all before, this is going to be in stages. And it's cold out here. My hands are cold. I only have one glove. I need some gloves. I need some warm gloves I can wear out here. So I'm just going to do this whole row here in pulling things. I'm going to sit y'all down and get to work.
Shorter with every hour, every minute of every day. Couldn't sleep even if I wanted to. Need to cherish every moment left with you. The leaves change their color, fall is closing in. Will break my heart yet once again. Wish I could slow down, wish I just could stop.
So as you can see here, I'm still having troubles with the grass and all of that stuff, but I have the seeds in here from bell peppers and whatnot, and hopefully they will reseed and I don't have to plant in this area. I also have my rabbit manure down here, but yeah, I'll just leave things in here and pray that they replant themselves seed-wise. That's less that you have to do. That's just a tip from me to you. You can use it or not, but it does work for me most of the time. So we shall see come this summer whether these bell peppers pop back out, because I don't intend to plant any bell peppers over here. I'm going to plant those in buckets. So over here, I allowed my marigolds to go to seed, and I just left them in here. So hopefully they will, you know, grow back here in the same spot on their own, which is what I did with a lot of the stuff over here, because I don't really want to plant. And this is how you can save yourself time, is to allow some things, you know, don't pull some things let it either die out like my peppers did and let the seeds come out like I showed y'all in the ground, spread them around, and hopefully you don't have to plant in this area again. These type of grasses and weeds, and they're just really aggressive here. If you enjoy me bringing you the news that you can use that will affect your life, but also I'm debating, I think I'm gonna leave this out and just cut it back. If it make it through the winter, then I won't have to put anything here. I can then pull them up and put them in a container to grow. So I'm gonna leave those. I'm not even gonna cover them up. We're gonna see what it do. Gardening sometimes is all about experimenting, see what works in your area, because everything that works for someone else might not work for you. What works in my yard here might not actually work in my neighbor's yard. When you're first starting a garden, I like to think, even if you're doing a container garden, like I was doing when I was in South Carolina, when I started, the most that soil costs the most out of all things. And then I started doing busted bag. I'll leave a link in here to my busted bag, how I got all of my soil when I first started up. So I had been paying, I remember one time going in and the bag was barely, torn, but it was torn. And because they had seen me so much in there that, they discounted that bag. I paid $2 for a bag that probably was like $11 to $15. You definitely can get, discounted soil, which will help you out when you're first starting. And definitely if you are new to the channel and you want to follow the journey of starting your seeds, how I start my seeds, just to give you an idea, because you don't have to do what I do. This is not how to, this is more of how I do it. And if you choose to try it that way, you can, just to help you out in doing your gardening. And while I have gained a lot of subscribers, family members, cousins, based off of my news stories, I'm still going to do the news. Do not leave the channel. Don't unsubscribe. Definitely subscribe and hit that like button, because it'll help bring in more people so they can see, well, she's talking about, our food supply and, the different recalls and the things that's happening with the food supply. But she's also showing you, like, unlike some channels, they just talk about that, but they don't show you what they're doing to grow their own food or how they are doing it. It's motivation, if nothing else. So definitely hit that like button. That helps push it out into YouTube algorithm and bring in more like-minded people so that we can all learn and grow together, because I don't know everything about gardening. There are seasoned gardening videos out there and seasoned gardeners. So definitely leaving your tips, what you do in your area, your zone, because what works in one zone might not work in the other. Try it and see if it works for you. And then you decide what you want to do on your own property, in your own soil. I'll end it here. I did this whole line. I'm going to show you that. And we're going to head on out, because I got to get in the house and get my kitchen cleaned up. My nose is running, y'all. It's definitely time to go. So I'm gonna leave those cabbage right there. Not gonna take them out. We'll see what they look like after winter. With the whole row. I'm about to go and dump this on the side of my compost, not in my compost. So the next time you see another gardening video from me, because I don't do this every day, and especially in the winter time, I'm not going to be out here like that. But I love my cattle panels right here. We got those for Tractor Supply, and we just bent them over, and we use zip ties, and we use the staple things that have like a hook in it, like this, like a U shape. So the next thing I'm going to tackle is, so you can see I'm working myself. I need to do out there, but we actually said we were going to get rid of those, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. These were the first boxes he built when we got this property, and they were where those are now. So we moved those out. Actually, we had them on the back of the trailer to throw away, And then my little bright idea, well, let this be the part where we put onions and stuff out right here. Because I did a whole video of me planting my onions. Matter of fact, that's in my members only. I will share that and make it public so y'all can see it, because it's a story time in that video about the trauma and the drama that comes with being, not all the time, some marriages go through, and how we're trying to overcome that. So I had sunflowers here. So in the next video, you'll see me clean out this little box here on both sides. And I do have mint in here, and I think rosemary or something, but I know I have mint in here, so I'm not worrying about if I pull the mint out, because what mint will do, it will always come back. So be careful where you plant your mint at. I did not get the seeds out of, I think the birds ate them, out of these right here. I didn't get the seeds out, but all that'll be pulled out. This is where I'm going to leave it, y'all. Thank y'all for being here on Tommy Bites Homestead. Please hit that like and subscribe for more news you can use, and also definitely establishing a homestead and growing your own food. It is so important today, y'all. So that's definitely what I'm going to be focusing more on in 2025. All of the above. Bye, y'all. I love you, but God loves you more. I also have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruit trees right here. I have apple, plum, a couple of apple, and pear. So what I'm going to do in a different video is clean out these containers right here, give them some amendments, and then put some covering over it, some straw over it, that to protect the roots and stuff like this. I'm hoping that 2025 is the year that I actually take them out. We've been here for 3 years, be 4 years in 2025. That this will be the year I can take these out of the container, find somewhere to put them, probably far over on the other end there. I'm not sure.